Hey guys!
Hey!
So we're just going to give you a bit of an update as to what we were doing lately. You might have noticed we've been under the radar, but there are some good reasons for that. The first of which is that we've been working on a digital edition of our first issue, and that'll be available as of today on our website. And actually, as a consequence of us working on a digital issue, we've had to redesign our website, so you'll notice a few changes there as well. And lastly, we've been working on our second issue, which has been very exciting. We won't go into that today. We're actually going to talk a little bit more about why we decided to go digital and our new model that we have in place.
Yep. So when we decided to go digital, we had a little survey, and we looked through that survey to kind of look at the data. And what most people really wanted was to be able to read the digital edition on their computers, as well as their tablets and iPads. They also told us that in terms of downloading it, that they really like iTunes and that they like to use PDFs. And then the third thing that they wanted was some interactivity features, but really simple ones. So hyperlinks. Most people weren't really interested in video and all these other extra things. So considering all those three major things, we decided to just do an interactive PDF with hyperlinks, and which we'll be able to download through our shop. And we looked into some apps and we looked into EPUB, but with those things, apps typically take some fees away from you, and we kind of want us to still be sustainable and give back to the artists, so that wasn't really appealing to us. And EPUB is more text-based, and we really do have a nice layout, and I think PDF will showcase it the best way. So like Emily said, we did change the website a bit to kind of allow you guys to download the digital edition, but also so that we can have a special feature.
And so the special feature is that we decided to implement a pay-what-you-can model. So the main thing here is that we wanted it to be accessible, and we also wanted it to be affordable for people. The first time around we had our print edition, and it was at $35. Of course it was justified. We still wanted to give back to the artists, and we had to offset the printing costs, so there were reasons for that. But now we understand that $35 for people to put that down might be a bit much, so we're actually going to make it a lot more affordable for people. And as it's available on many platforms, it's a lot more accessible.
Yeah.
And so the pay what you can model, we're actually not going to be giving it away for free, because we still want to underline the fact that we want to support our artists and we still want to give back. Typically pay what you can go free, but we'll be limiting it to a minimum of $7. Still not too bad, and you can also decide what you think it's worth. So if you think it's worth more, then you can totally give us more. If you think the artists deserve more, you can totally give more. So we just wanted to keep underlying the fact that we're still about being sustainable, and we still want it to become more accessible. So those are the reasons why we decided to go for that.
Yeah. And so like we said, you can find it in our shop. It's really simple. We'll show some little screen grabs of how it all works out, just to give you guys the visuals. And we also made some visuals for tablet and for the iPad, just so you guys can see how it kind of looks, give you a little bit of a preview. So we're excited to be launching. Yeah.
And thank you for keeping up with us. We promise there's a lot more good stuff to come.
So yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Once you've selected the issue to purchase, you'll be brought to this page where you'll have more information on the first issue, and you can simply add in the amount that you think it's worth and add to cart. And it'll bring you to the page where it'll show you the amount that you put in, of course, and you can proceed to check out. The next thing you'll see is the checkout page, and you'll have the option to either check out with PayPal Express, so right away that'll bring you into another window. You can log in with your PayPal information if you already have an account, and it'll be much quicker to do it that way. So if you don't want to do that, there's also the option to enter in all of your information for the billing address, and then it'll still go through PayPal, at the bottom, you'll see that, but you don't have to have an account for this, so you can simply enter in your debit card information or your Visa card information, and this will allow you to pay through PayPal without having an account with them. So here we're going to give you a preview of the desktop version of our PDF. So one of the first things you'll notice is that you can have the double spread layout, so you can see both pages at a time. You can highlight, which is super important if you like to take notes. You can also do that as well, which is something we really like about using Adobe PDF Reader. Another thing that we did is we linked the pages, so you can always skip ahead or visit particular people that you want to. Here we're hopping over to Piers' page, and you can just scroll through and see the layouts, which we tried to stay true to. And of course, using the hyperlinks, you'll be able to visit some of the pages that we wanted to include for further information, so that you can have a bit of a better understanding for each article.
So Adobe Reader recently updated its mobile version on Android to include two-page viewing in the app, which is great for us because that means the publication looks exactly the same on a tablet as it does on the computer. So all these links still work. Let's go visit one. There we go. And of course, we can zoom in, highlight, make notes, or visit external links. So while Adobe Reader is a great app to write notes with and to highlight things, unfortunately it doesn't currently support the two-page view for the iPad, so we recommend an app called Sidebooks. It's a really visually appealing app. It even has this curl feature to make any PDF look like a book. And the great thing compared to other apps is that links still work. So let's go. And of course, external links work as well. But the great thing about this app is that it keeps it in the same browser window. So once you're done, all you gotta do is press back, and you go back to where you left off.